Gerunds and infinitives. Gerund and infinitives are words that have verb meaning. They function as a noun in a sentence. Gerunds are formed by adding ing to the base verb. For example, jogging, eating, playing. Infinitives are formed by adding the word to the base verb. For example, to dance, to cook, to think. The basic sentence pattern in English is subject plus verb plus object. Subject and object are usually nouns, but gerunds and infinitives can also function as a subject and object of a sentence. For example, skiing is his favorite sport. Skiing is the subject of this sentence. He likes reading. Reading is the object of a sentence. They have to study. The infinitive to study is the object of a sentence. Rules of using gerunds and infinitives. There are 3 basic rules for using gerunds and infinitives. Some verbs are usually followed by gerunds. Examples of these verbs are discuss, enjoy, finish, consider, keep, practice, suggest, quit, and recommend. For example, they discussed having a party this weekend. Some verbs are always followed by infinitives. For example, decide, want, need, agree, hope, offer, promise, learn, and plan. For example, she is learning to speak French. There are a few verbs that can be followed by a gerund or an infinitive. Examples of these verbs are like, hate, love, continue, prefer, begin, and start. For example, I love reading history books, or I love to read history books. I like doing math exercises, or I like to do math exercises. The subject of a sentence is usually a gerund. For example, swimming is my favorite hobby. Traveling is my therapy. After an adjective, we usually use infinitive. For example, it is difficult to catch a butterfly. I was happy to go on a trip. After the preposition, we usually use gerund. For example, I thought about taking guitar lessons. After a noun or a pronoun, we almost use infinitive. For example, the teacher told the student to be quiet. Practice. Look at the sentence and say or write gerund or infinitive verb. For example, call me when you finish cleaning. Now it's your turn. She kept talking during the film. She is learning to speak English. He helped me to carry my suitcase. He decided to study biology. I dislike waiting. He has finished cooking. I promise to help you tomorrow.